you tell AI to do a certain thing, it can make a mistake by, well, either doing it too far to an extent. Like, remember the whole paperclip thing? If you told AI to make paper clips, it might start using other materials to make paperclip and just keep on going. Like, yeah, that's one of the follies of AI, where I would not want that to be on the grid.
That
Like,
is
sure, it can hold
science
records,
fiction. Those are theories. Those are theories.
theories that could happen. It's
The,
all in possibility, especially if you're having
and the
AI run a
fucking
system.
and the sun could explode tomorrow. That's another theory. But if you live your life in fear of things that could happen, like we wouldn't
But
have
look, I'm
electricity
not
right now.
doomsdaying AI. There's just some places I wouldn't trust AI in.
I would. I mean that. I mean that's just a difference of opinion. But it literally it doesn't make sense to me why you would trust a fallible person to run something where an AI could run it and be infallible.
Because I just trust humans more.
You trust humans more?
Yep, trust humans more. Well,
Well,
at least when it comes
humans.
to the electric grid. At least when it comes to
All
that
right,
electric.
let's talk about something else where there is AI implemented, because there's not AI implemented on a wide scale. There is AI on grids like you're already living in. I guarantee you in the Cleveland area that AI is running your grid. But let's talk about something else. Autonomous driving, AI. 40,000 people die a year from normal vehicle collisions. That's
That's unfair because we've only had driverless cars for like so long, so we really don't know the long term effects
but
on
we're
it.
talking year over year,
Like,
set
but
every year.
hold on now, but one's a smaller sample size though. We've just started with this.
It doesn't matter. It's the
All
rate.
right.
It's the per capita and the rate of incidence. Yeah. So it literally doesn't matter. You can
I
extrapolate
don't know. I
data.
think we need to give it some time before we actually
Why do
make
you
a
need to give it
concrete.
time? It's year over year.
Bro. I mean, let it have let it have a couple more years of automated driving. Like, we don't even have automated driving. It's not even a normal thing that everybody has. So you can't compare the numbers because everybody can go out there and get a regular Joven vehicle, but not everybody can afford to go out there and get an
there are
electric driven vehicle
2
with automated
million.
driving, Monty.
There are 2 million automated vehicles out on the roads right now. What do you
There's
mean?
way more unautomated vehicles, Monty.
Absolutely. And at the rate, that's what rate
And
means.
unautomated vehicles been being driven for way
We're
longer
talking
and it's
about
more accessible to
statistics.
people.
We're talking about statistics, not fucking how long. We're talking about people that die every year. So every year it's a new year. And the rate that people die in fucking unmanned vehicles is 10 to 15 times lower than it is if you were just driving a normal vehicle. I'm not talking about the amount of people that die, I'm talking about the rate. So whereas one person's allowed to die in an AI vehicle, and that would be equivalent to
But
100 people
Monty,
dying.
that's not really fair. Like I said, not many people have access to that for it
I'm
to
not.
be like
What
tested
does
on
that
that
have to do
level.
with the
If it
price
had
of
the same
TNT?
level of access, then I mean, yeah, we can sit there and say that. But there's going to be less because less people have access to it.
How do less people have access to it?
It's expensive, Monty. I mean, I
It's
know you
expensive.
balling, big dog, but
So what's not expensive to you? Is $10,000
a
not expensive
regular
to you?
car,
A regular car. This is a
an
regular car.
unautomated car, like everybody else, like most people in America.
This is this. So you can go get an automated vehicle for less than $10,000 right now.
From who? China?
Fucking no. Literally go online and look up a fucking Model 3. You can get it for 9,700. I'm looking at Facebook Marketplace right now. Tesla Model 3, full self-driving included, 2018, $9,700.
Let's see here. Tesla Model 3. Let me see how much they got that going for now. Because I mean, hey, if you're talking about 10,000, wait, hold on. But guess what? It would still be cheaper to get a gas car. I mean,
Okay.
bro. It's the access to that car. Not
No, it
everybody
would
can
not be
access a
cheaper to get a gas
Tesla,
car.
bro.
Go.
Tesla's considered. Oh, and I'll wait. Model 3. Which year? Because different
Any
years.
year.
Any years? Not any year.
No, I mean
Because I'm
not
already
any.
at
Not any.
2018's at already 20,000.
You're at 20,000. That's overpriced.
I mean, well, shit, what, bro? I'm right here on Google at this point. I'm on Lewis. Well, oh, this is in Columbus. Okay, well, that makes sense. 25,000 for the 2023. 2020 is at 20,000. 2023, it's a Tesla Model 3 RWD, 19,000. I ain't finding nothing over 10,000. Maybe let me see. Cheapest I found was a 2019 Tesla Model 3 for 14,000. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. As of February 2026, a 2026 Tesla Model 3. Okay, of course. That's 2026, of course. But nah, I'm just bro. I think the part of the argument is that, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What is the average price of a used car right now?
A used Tesla or a used
No, a
car?
used car. You're comparing cars. So what's the price of a used car?
The average price of a used car right now, probably like
No, just
depends
Google
on
it.
what
You
you're
have
talking
Google.
about. It depends on what you're talking
No,
about. Because if we're talking Teslas, I mean, yeah, but
bro,
like, what do
average.
you
It
mean?
takes everything into consideration. What's the average price of a used car? Not the average price of a Toyota Tacoma, the average price of a used car. Because we're talking about accessibility where everybody has access to something.
No, but people.
I'll
I
answer the
mean, bro,
question for you. I'll
You
answer
can
the
find an
question.
automated. Hold on, you can find a
25,
regular car for like $5,000, Monty. You
and
could get
that's
like
not average. Oh my God.
that is kind of
And I
average.
can
Come on, 5,000. We're talking about a
and you have
Tesla
to
that's
do
over 10.
and when you have to do $6,500 in repairs because your fucking water pump shut up, because your water pump goes out, your fucking differential goes out, fucking everything else goes out. Yeah, I guess you got the car for 6 grand and fucking did $20,000 of work to it. But to answer the question I asked you 3 times, about $25 to $26,000 is the average price of a used car this year. So when you're talking about cars that are 18, 19, twenty
Used
thousand
cars,
dollars,
bro. Yeah,
yes,
that's
set.
the average. But when you go on these car lots, these used car lots, you're not gonna see anything at that high.
When you
It's
go to a buy
and
here, pay year, when you go to a
and
buy
then
here,
maybe
pay
I
year,
think you're talking about certified pre-used, not your actual used cars that you
no,
got
no, set.
Somalian
I
African
just
selling off the
Googled what's
lot.
the average price of a used car, not a certified pre-owned, a used car. Don't
The
conflate the
average
argument. I'm
price of a used car, bro. I'm sorry, but that's not a good estimate to sit there and say that because
that is
they're
literally
making
the
no, they're
estimate
not.
according
That's
to
not a good
AAA.
estimate because they sell used cars on regular dealerships. So no,
What
that's
is your
not.
point? We're talking about
But bro, no,
accessibility.
because most people, like people who aren't balling, ain't going to your dealership. They're going to that regular used car shop across the street or on
And
the
they're
block
paying
somewhere.
more for the
So, and
car.
no, they're not paying more. If they go to those used car places like like my stepdad owns down the street, they're only going to be paying an average, probably way less, like 15,000, if that. They'll probably be
15
paying way less than that for a nice car, a nice used car.
set.
But
Do you not
this here would include cars also
can you
on
hear
those
me?
dealerships.
Can you hear me?
Like, yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So when you buy a car for $15,000 sticker price and you fucking have a used car lot loan on it, you're paying like damn near double to triple the actual price. Like that's the reason they're called
Nah, come on
stealerships,
now, Monty.
bro. When you get a fucking car at 18 to 20% interest rate for a fucking used car and
That's
you're
if you have
paying
bad credit. Now you're just assuming the worst.
no, I have bad credit and I've seen that. And I don't buy from used car lots because I'm not stupid.
And bro, come on now. Some people buy from used car lots because that's all they can afford. And most people, that's the affordability problem there. That's
You
what
know,
I'm saying. You kind of can't sit there and compare a Tesla to a automated car
bro,
because the accessibility to an automated, well, not unautomated car
it's the
is
same car.
easier.
The Tesla is an automated car.
Yeah, it is an automated car. It is harder to get into a Tesla than it is than a regular car. That's just a fact.
No, no, it is not. That is
What?
a
What?
misconception. Bro, have you ever bought one? Have you ever bought one?
Monty, you're making my point for me at
Have
this
you
point.
ever bought one? Don't make yourself out to be poor. You probably make more money than I do.
Like, Monty, I'm a struggling artist. Okay, fine, fine. But
Bro,
I
I
think
love you.
most
I
people would
fucking
agree
love
that a
you.
Tesla is a luxury item.
No, it's not. That is
Monty,
how
come
it's.
on, you bought it so you could flex, big dog. You know the
No,
reason
I
why you
bought
got
the
that Tesla.
expensive one. I bought the luxury model. I did not buy. I had the cheap ass model. And you know what's crazy about the cheap model? I paid less for that than I paid for any other car that I've ever owned in my life.
But but come on now, Teslas are
Tesla's.
considered a luxury car.
Bro, no, they're not. There are different levels and trim options. When you think of a Tesla, you're thinking of my car because that's the
No, I'm
experience that
thinking
you
of like
have.
the Model S, the Model 3s. Those are some sexy
Yes,
looking cars, and they
bro,
look
the
good in the
Model
inside.
S. Hold on. Let me educate you. Let me educate you because you don't want to listen.
All
A
right,
Model 3, look at the price of a Model 3, a brand new one is $30,000 to $40,000. The price of a Model S is 80 to 90 to over $100,000. There is
bro.
a difference in tier.
Bro, what do you, bro? I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Teslas are on the same pricing as Mercedes and Benz and BMWs. They're seeing
Again,
their
you're
price
not
as
listening.
luxury cars because they're seen
You're
as luxury
not
cars.
listening. You're not listening. They have luxury models of their cars, like the Model S and the Model X and the Cybertruck. Those are the luxury cars. They have cheaper models.
What's a
A
cheaper
Model
model?
3.
What's a cheaper model?
The Model 3, for example. Go to
The
cash.
Model
What's the cash
3.
price? Yes. The starting price of a brand new, not a used one, is $36,990. Go down. The most
You know what the
expensive
cost
for
of a brand new like Mercedes Benz or BMW is? That's the same price.
no,
Yes, it is.
a Corolla is 27 starting out the
But you
door.
just said like
Starting.
30,000 or something. I'm like, yo, that's Mercedes Benz pricing. You can get a Mercedes Benz for that price in a beat.
Motherfucker. Maybe a
Yes,
used
you can.
one.
No, you
Maybe a
can get a new
used
one.
one.
You can get a new one.
Hold on. Please. 3.9% APR. What's the price of that? Let's go to vehicles. Come on, because before he fucking pivots the conversation.
Yeah, you know I can't help doing that.
41,000, starting at 42,000, starting at 64, starting at 64.5, starting at 53. That is not the same price. The cheapest one, the
Yes, it
CLA
is.
2,
What?
36 and 50 are the same thing set.
Hold on. Are you saying that that's not expensive or that's not incomparable to Mercedes Benz and BMW prices?
When you're talking about 60 grand and 40 grand, fucking 30 grand is not the same thing. That's a whole 10 grand. That's 25% cheaper.
Bro, I'm literally telling you that you can buy Teslas are priced on the same level as BMW
No,
and
I'm
Mercedes.
telling you,
They
how many have
are.
you bought? How many
And
have you bought?
you're proving my point. I don't gotta buy one. I just gotta look at the price and do price comparisons.
What prices? You didn't even know how much they costed until I just told you.
What you mean, bro? I looked it up, and I'm be real with you. You haven't really made the point at all. If
20
anything, you're
grand.
proving about
So
how unaffordable Teslas are. I
so
mean,
20 grand, 20, and not to mention you don't have to buy gas. That's a fucking $200-$300 a month expense that you don't have anymore, which is worth about $20,000 to $30,000 over the life of the vehicle.
Monty, the upfront cost of a Tesla is unaffordable for most Americans. Getting a regular
Not
gas
if you
car is what's affordable. That's why we
so
can't compare an automated driving car to a non-automated because, well, not everybody has access to that at the same level.
I mean, you could sit here and say that all day long about anything that I bring up. You're just doing
Not
that to
really.
make. Yeah, absolutely. And Tesla's not the only company that has automated driving.
Of
There are
course.
other companies that have automated driving. I
Yeah, but
bring
they're
that
still
up
gas
as an
cars.
again, gas cars are gas cars. We're not
I know,
talking
and they're
about
less.
solely
And I'm be
electric
real with you,
vehicles.
the price the same way as Tesla. I ain't go like you're not wrong. There's like it's that self-driving adds a high ticket to the car, which most Americans cannot
All
afford.
new vehicles are expensive, Set. What is the average price
I
of a
said
new
the
vehicle?
self-driving and it's brand new. It's gonna be more expensive just a brand new vehicle without self-driving.
Really? You want to put money on that? I put $100 that you're wrong about that.
So okay, so what are you saying again? Let's read
That the price of a Tesla is cheaper than the price of I'm looking at the numbers, so I'm not even going to make this bet with you. So I know I'm right. So the average price, the average transaction price for a new vehicle in the U.S. is approximately 49,191, which
bro,
is
that's disingenuous as hell. That's disingenuous.
is it greater or less than $36,000? That's the simple question.
Bro, that is
Is it
disingenuous.
greater?
You know that's
No, it's not,
disingenuous. It's
bro. It's
extremely
not.
disingenuous
How? How
because,
is it
bro,
disingenuous?
because the
How?
average
How?
price of a used car that does not reflect
The
the
average price
affordability
of a
of that
new
car.
car.
That
The
does not
average
reflect
price
the
of a.
affordability of
You're
that
not
car compared
listening.
to
You're
a
not
Tesla.
listening. You're not listening. I said the
You're not
average price of a
listening.
new.
I think you're talking past
Bro,
me at this point.
bro, you're literally not listening. I said the average price of a
Monty, I'm
new car.
listening. I'm just not agreeing.
Every time I talk, you interrupt me. You're not listening. You
Same
can't be listening
here.
while you're
We're both
talking.
doing it to each other. At this point, we might as well just move
So
the conversation on.
the
We've been going
average
back and
price
forth
of
for
a
a
news,
while.
the average price of a new car is $50,000. Is that higher or lower than the average
Monty,
price
that
of
is
a new
extremely
Tesla?
disingenuous to compare that to the price of a Tesla. when there are used
How?
cars that are
That's what
sold
you're
on
comparing it to.
dealerships.
You're talking about
Bro, you could get a
affordability.
used AM, bro.
I'm not talking
You
about
can
a used
count a
car. I'm
used
talking about a
luxury
brand
car
new
under used
Tesla.
cars, and
A
most Americans can
brand
access
new
that. That's why it's
Tesla.
disingenuous.
Brand new Tesla. Brand new car compared to a brand new car. It's the same thing.
Monty,
The Tesla is
Monty.
cheaper.
Okay, brother. I disagree, but okay.
You can't disagree with
Oh
numbers,
no,
dude.
yes I can, because you're being disingenuous with the argument. So I'm disagreeing.
How? What is
I already
disingenuous about
explained,
comparing a?
Monty. I
No,
already
you didn't.
explained.
You
If you
said I
want to
was
leave it to
comparing a
the
used
chat,
car
we
to a new
can.
car.
I
You said I
did.
was
You just
comparing a
did not
used
listen, my
car.
friend, and that
A
is
used
perfectly
car is not
fine.
what I was comparing a new car to. A used car is not what I was comparing a new car
I did
to.
not say that, Monty. See, now you don't even know the argument. That's why you might as well move on.
How is it disingenuous to say that the average price of a new car is 50,000? So a Tesla being
Monty,
36.
just agree to disagree at this point.
How is that
Because you're not even
disingenuous?
arguing what I argued no more at this point. You're like, you're
I'm
damn near
arguing that it's
mischaracterized.
more accessible. I'm arguing that it's more accessible than what you're making it out to be because you don't know what you're
Then
talking
we're just
about.
gonna agree to disagree. Then just let it go.
But
Or
this
you want
goes
to
into
ask
a
the chat or
broader.
something? How you want to do
This
this? Like,
goes
just to make
into
me
the
feel
broader
better. Because
conversation of what
I'm
you're.
ready to let it go. You're not. So I'll let you have
You
your
haven't
2
even
minutes
heard
fuel.
me out on what I've been saying. You've just been talking
Monty,
past
I've
me.
let you talk and you just kept it going. But okay, go ahead.
You literally did not.
Monty,
Every time
Monty,
I
I've been
start
trying to move
talking,
on the
you're
conversation. You
doing it
won't let
right
it
now.
go.
You're doing it right now.
Okay.
Every time I open.
Okay.
It's okay to be wrong, Set.
Bro, I'm not. That's the problem. I'm just
Yes, you
disagreeing with
are,
you.
my
I'm
guy.
not
Yes, you
wrong.
are. You
No, I'm
are.
not. Not
Factually,
on
you
this
are
one.
wrong.
But
You're
like I said,
factually
I'm just
wrong.
gonna drop it, brother. Okay,
The
Monty.
average
Okay.
price of a used car is more expensive. The average
Okay,
price of a new car
Monty.
is more expensive.
Okay.
Welcome back. Good Tuesday
Okay.
morning, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. I'm Maria Bartiromo, and it is Tuesday, February 17th. It is just before 8 a.m. on the button on the East Coast. President Trump on Air Force One last night, blaming Democrats for the partial government shutdown of the Department of Homeland Security, now entering day 4.
This is a Democrat shutdown. This has nothing to do with Republicans. This is a Democrat shutdown. They're upset that the crime numbers are so good. They're very unhappy that the crime numbers are so good. They're very unhappy that there's a movement for getting voter ID.
This comes as Democrats send a counter proposal to the White House and GOP leaders to get operations open again. So far, no deal. The partial shutdown affecting the TSA, Coast Guard, FEMA, and the Secret Service. TSA officials working without pay, sparking concerns about staffing shortages and possible travel disruptions, similar to what we saw during last year's record 43-day shutdown. Joining me now is Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman. Senator, it's great to have you this morning. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me in.
And I know that the House and Senate are on recess until next Monday. What is the plan do you expect once you're back in session? How long can this shutdown for DHS go on?
I sure hope that we can, but for me, I was the only Democrat that voted to refuse to shutting the government down. And I reminded even the director of ICE in a hearing just on Thursday that this shutdown would not impact the functionality of ICE, that they
Really,
have
Set?
plenty of
Really?
money after the big,
Hey,
beautiful
hey,
bill.
Nah. Fuck
You
that.
won.
Fuck
Hey,
that.
hey.
You want
Did you
you
not?
want
I
to
thought. Hey,
railroad
I
me?
left it to the crowd.
No. You want to railroad me every time I open my mouth and not fucking listen to
I
me
was
and then
listening,
put a poll
Monty.
up?
I
You
was
weren't.
listening.
What did
I
I say?
was.
What did I say? Repeat to me what I said.
Monty, you was trying to sit there and say that a Tesla is more affordable, or you have more access to a Tesla than a regular gas car.
And I proved that.
No, you did not at all.
How
actually.
did I?
You was
Can
being
I
pretty
explain how I
disingenuous with
proved it
it.
since you want to run a poll?
Monty.
No.
Let the crowd decide. Let them decide.
No, the
I'm done with
crowd
the
doesn't have any
conversation.
fucking information to go off of. I haven't been able
They
to
just
make my
watched us
point.
talk for like a minute. They get, bro, you acting like you're dumb.
They watched you yell over the top of me. That's
No,
not us
Monty.
talking.
They watched us both talk. Trust me, they did. You can go back and you can see how you got your spew. You may not feel heard, but you were heard.
I wasn't heard at all. You literally didn't listen to anything I said.
Monty,
You
you
said I
don't
was
feel heard because
disingenuous.
I'm not telling you that you're right. That's why you don't feel heard.
You didn't listen. You
No, I'm
literally said I
listening.
was
Just
disingenuous.
because I didn't say you're right, don't mean I
Every
ain't
time,
listening.
and when I try to point out what I'm trying to say, you don't want to hear it.
All right,
I
Monty.
said you said I was disingenuous disingenuous for comparing the price of one new car to the average price of a new car, saying that they were more accessible. That was the whole argument. And I showed you in many different aspects that they are more accessible than what you have been led to believe. You thought they were luxury cars. I pointed out that they weren't luxury cars. You said they
No,
were
they are
prices.
luxury cars. Actually, a lot of
You
people agree
said
that
that
they're
they were
luxury
you
cars.
said
Only
that they were
you agree, bro. It's like this. You're agreeing with yourself, and I don't even know what to tell you at that point.
I'm not agreeing with my. What are you
It's like,
talking about?
okay,
You said
Monty.
you literally this verifiably
Monty.
false.
It is
Everything
not
you said was
Monty.
verifiably false.
I left it to the chat because I'm like, look, they heard the debate. Let's leave it up to them. It's out of our hands. If you don't like the results of that, it
They
is what it
heard
is.
your version of the debate. Talking over
What?
top of me. What did I get to say that you didn't interrupt me on?
Bro, you got to sit there and talk about Tesla pricing and all that. You got to sit there and talk about the expensing, but behind the repairs, you got to sit there and talk about the different models and their pricing. I mean, everything.
And which part of that did you not interrupt? Because you interrupted every single one of those things
Monty.
to say no Mercedes,
So did
no
you.
Mercedes, luxury
We
car,
do
luxury
it to
car.
each other.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did. Come on. We kind of do it to each other.
No. I was sitting there trying to bring you up facts, and you were just saying things that you thought.
No, things that I know, but okay, Monty.
What
If
do you
that's
mean
what you
you
want to
know?
say.
You said it was the same price as a Mercedes. I proved that wrong within 2
No, it is
seconds.
the
Just
same.
doing
It
a
can
Google
be the
search.
same price as Mercedes. I said they're priced on the same level as Mercedes, and you can
And they're
definitely find
not.
Mercedes and
That is
Teslas
not
at
true.
price at the same
That
way,
is not
especially if we're
true.
talking 2026 and newer models. So
That is
yes,
literally
that
not
is
true.
true. That is
So
true.
when one
Okay,
car is 60,000, one's 30,000, that's the same to
Monty,
you?
Monty, you know that's not that. You know that's not true, and that's not what I said.
But
Monty, let it go because you're not even making sense with your argument anymore.
The average price of a Mercedes is 60 grand. That is different. That is less.
The average
Or
price
sorry,
of your
that is more. That's not pricing it the same way. Pricing it the same way would be like 150 and 155. I would agree with you there.
So are you saying that there is no Teslas that are priced at the same level as Mercedes? And you're saying that Teslas aren't seen as a luxury car when...
Do you see Ford? Hold on, let me put it to you this way. Do you see
Okay,
Ford as a
Monty.
luxury car? Do you see Ford as a luxury car?
No, Monty.
Okay, does that mean that I can't find you a Ford that's $110,000?
Monty, I'm be real with you. I'm be real with you, dog. No, most Mords are not $110,000.
Really?
But
Go
I'm
look up
be
a
honest
Ford
with you,
truck.
a lot of people consider Tesla a luxury product. Less people have access to Tesla than they do more. Actually, more people have access to buying a Ford car than a Tesla car. Like, that's a fact.
But when you talk about pricing and affordability, you
would still be able to be better off. You could afford a gas car way quicker than you'd be able to afford
you couldn't.
Tesla.
Literally, no, you couldn't.
Way quicker. A gas car. You hear what I'm saying?
It's almost like there's different levels to. It's almost like there's different tiers and trim levels to cars, and that was my point.
Okay, you didn't hear what I'm saying. All right, you're talking. Okay.
It's more affordable than a gas car. It's less affordable than a gas car. No, it's not. Statistically, you are wrong about that.
Statistically, gas cars, when there's gas cars out here for $2,000, Monty, really?
$2,000, and what brakes on it? With 100,000 fucking miles?
They got it for 5,000, 8,000. I mean, like, come on, bro. You're not making sense anymore.
Show me a car that's $2,000 and tell me you don't have to do any work to it. Please, I dare you.
I could probably go run out real quick. I could probably run out.
Go down to your stepdad's car lot.
But then I could also find a good one for 5,000, 8,000, all gas cars. You can never get a Tesla for that price. So I'm like I said, they're more accessible.
You could never.
No. Maybe if it's bust down, but I'm pretty sure you could quickly find a car in this from the range from 2,000 to 5,000 before you could find a Tesla at that price, or even I'll stretch it all the way from 5,000 to 10,000. You would find a gas car at a better price.
Your shit tier car that no one can fucking afford because they can afford the fucking payment on it, and then something breaks and they have it repossessed.
Brother. All right. You're not listening, but okay.
The most commonly repossessed cars are used cars.
What will it take for you to drop this conversation? What will it take?
It would take an honest fucking attempt for you to listen to me and me to do the same to you. But that's what it would take for it to be flushed out with an honest conversation. But if you don't want to do that, I will drop it. I apologize. I have monopolized the conversation. I will stop doing it. But that's what it would take for me to actually drop it. Is for you to just hear me out.
All right then, brother. Well, shoot, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for dropping it.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, no.
It gets to me because I used to think the exact same way until I was proven wrong. The same way I'm trying to prove you wrong right now.
I get, bro. Look, I know that's you at this point, bro. That's why I like you as a co-host. But all right, let's keep it going.
More luxurious than your mouth.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. I'm Maria Bartiromo, and it is Tuesday, February 17th. It is just before 8 a.m. on the button on the East Coast. President Trump on Air Force One last night, blaming Democrats for the partial government shutdown of the Department of Homeland Security, now entering day 4.
This is a Democrat shutdown. This has nothing to do with Republicans. This is a Democrat shutdown. They're upset that the crime numbers are so good. They're very unhappy that the crime numbers are so good. They're very unhappy that there's a movement for getting voter ID.
This comes as Democrats send a counter proposal to the White House and GOP leaders to get operations open again. So far, no deal. The partial shutdown affecting the TSA, Coast Guard, FEMA, and the Secret Service. TSA officials working without pay, sparking concerns about staffing shortages and possible travel disruptions, similar to what we saw during last year's record 43-day shutdown. Joining me now is Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman. Senator, it's great to have you this morning. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me in.
And I know that the House and Senate are on recess until next Monday. What is the plan, do you expect, once you're back in session? How long can this shutdown for DHS go on?
I sure hope that we can, but for me, I was the only Democrat that voted to refuse to shutting the government down. And I reminded even the director of ICE in a hearing just on Thursday that this shutdown would not impact the functionality of ICE, that they have plenty of money after the big, beautiful bill. So why shut this down? You can want to reform ICE, and I do, but that's not going to have the impact. But you're willing to shut down all of those very important parts of DHS that you just listed there. That's always wrong. And now here we are, and I'm not sure how we're going to come back online.
You know, it's interesting because one wrinkle could be what President Trump says in his State of the Union address, right? I mean, it's unbelievable to me that the last time in 2019 we saw a previous government shutdown and President Trump was forced to delay that State of the Union because of this. The Democrats, some of your colleagues, are threatening that they're not even going to show up for the State of the Union.
Of course.
Will you be there?
And if you don't know, the State of the Union is on the 24th. So, you know, Trump is going to give his State of the Union address. It's supposed to be a pretty big address that the president gives. And of course, I'm pretty sure the Democrats are going to give the same performance of just sitting down and not being happy about a damn thing. But I mean, come on now. We kind of knew they were going to do that. But yeah, so I will definitely be streaming the State of Union address, but trust me, I'm pretty sure we're going to see the same thing where he congratulates certain, veterans, Americans, and they stay seated.
Well, I'm saying it's fundamentally wrong to shut our government down. And if you want to reform ICE, as the Democrats, we do want some once, but that is not going to do that. And now why you're doing it, for me, it's always about country over party. And that's why I'll refuse to vote to shut the government down. And now with the the State of the Union, well, and I do expect to attend that, and I do hope there's not the same kinds of thing last year with the paddles and that kinds of disruptions. You can disagree or agree on things, but you don't have to turn it into like a spectacle like that.
I totally.